Are You Knitworthy? We are a podcast about knitting. I am Danny and I live in Charlotte.
And I am Monica. I am the dyer behind Yarn Experiments. I live in Greenville, South Carolina.
And our friendship started over knitting. We met at our knit group and we come together to do this podcast to share our knitting love with the knitting community.
That is correct.
So the first thing we have for our news is that we finished our Moonstone Dyeworks YAL, which is our yarn along, which is like a knit along, but a yarn along is...
We decide the yarn that we're all going to use featuring an indie dyer, and you join us doing any prior project that you would like, and that way you get to try a new dyer or use your favorite dyer, because like I think with Sam we had a lot of people that I already knew her yarn and they all came in and knit with us. It was really fun.
Yeah. So we featured Moonstone Dyeworks, and she is dyes out of California. And so I actually don't remember the colorway that I used, but it is on my Ravelry page. But these are the short stroke socks. I loved everything about this pattern. I love the way they fit. And I love little short socks too for booties and sneakers and whatever.
And you made those pretty fast.
Yeah, these knit up pretty fast. I used her BFL sock yarn. I really like it. I have enough to make a second pair. In the original pattern, it had the top where the rib is. She had a contrasting color, so I might do that for the next one. But I really like these, and the fit and everything. The pattern was really easy to follow. They went super quick. So
is it twisted ribbon?
Yeah, it's a twisted rib.
Oh, that's really nice.
So these are really awesome. So this was my Moonstone Dyework yarn, and our winner of this knit along we will announce on Instagram.
And the winner will get a skein of yarn or of our next indie dyer for our next yarn along, which is Swamp Bunny Fiber and Goods.
Yeah.
So for that yarn along, I started the Tegna Sweater by Caitlyn Hunter. I used Stardust colorway, and in her, okay, so the dyer behind Moonstone Dyeworks, her name is Tommy Trujillo. She goes by Dynamite Trujillo on Instagram, and she has.
I'm just trying to show everyone the lace.
Yeah, the lace section.
It's a little bit hard, but
it'll show better when it's blocked.
Yeah.
And she so she has a podcast. The name is called Squirrel Pipe Productions, and she talks about the inspiration behind her colorways. It comes from books. I'm really bad with my memory right now. I can't even remember the name of the book, but if you are interested, I will have it in the show notes, and also you can go watch her vlog or podcast so you can find out more about her. She has some really good colors, and she has all of them right now at her shop, like for pre-order, because she's gonna take a break from dyeing in a little while, so she wanted to have them all out there. I recommend you to check it out. She has really good subtle
yeah, they're really pretty
tonals and speckles. They are very pretty. I'm a little bit
This is gonna look
her.
really awesome. I love this color too.
Yeah, I think, and for some reason I've been into a pink mode lately. I even had my nails pink and like even different shades of pink. I discovered the pink is good with my skin tone, so
yeah. I've been into I'm gravitating sort of towards the mauve pinks also. That pink colorway that you dyed, the Dirty Ballerina.
Oh yeah, I think
which is
right there.
Right there, actually. I can show you guys. Which is like a mauve pink, and I love it.
With gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone just ordered that colorway I say just ordered, they ordered it probably last week. I dyed it all up already because they want to make a sweater, the rose cardigan, out of it.
Yeah.
Just that color.
That's gonna look beautiful.
Yeah, I think it is. So I dyed it. I have it ready to send out. I just need to skein it up, package it, and put it in the mail.
I'm definitely gravitating towards that too. So our winner will be on Instagram, and our next one is Swamp Bunny Swamp Bunny Fiber and Goods, and they are in Asheville. This is their label here. They dye yarn and they make some really cool project bags. It's all on their Etsy shop.
They also make like baskets. I think they're really cool.
Almost like bucket.
And I think they also sell kits like bag or project bag and sock set.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, because I think one of my colors was in a sock set.
Yeah.
So what I chose, this is called, so I'm going to make the Prim, I think it's either called the Vintage Prim or the Prim Vintage hat by Andrea Mowry. It's a brioche hat. So I have 2 colors from Swamp Bunny, and that's going to be my project for this YAL. This is Everglades. It's like a green with little bits of different green and some other kind of
brown speckles.
Yeah.
Maroon speckles.
Bunch of little hidden colors in there. And I'm pairing it with this really awesome gray, which is called Mosquito Lagoon, and it has like a tint of purple to it. It has some like purple specks and some blue specks. It's really pretty. This is what it looks like together. And so that will be my project.
It's gonna be really good. Nice.
So
yeah, so that is our next yarn along. Please join us. Go visit their Etsy shop. We'll have all the information in the show notes. We also have a Ravelry group where you can find all the information about our yarn alongs, our knit alongs. And talking about knit alongs, there's a big knit along coming our way.
which is so exciting.
We are very excited about it. And
It will start June 11th.
yeah, June the 11th. It's our Baubles.
Baubles knit along from Andrea Mowry.
So she came up with this beautiful design, and as soon as she put it out, we got the pattern because it's awesome. Like, who doesn't love Andrea Mowry? And that weekend, or very close to the day she put it out, Sam had a trunk show at Black Mountain, and I had just came out with my new Argentina collection, so I went to see her trunk show, and I fell in love with this 2 skeins, or with this colorway. This is called Scout. And it's a gray with green and blue speckles. It's really beautiful. It's a single ply.
Pretty.
And Sam came up with the idea, why don't we do our first collaboration, and I was over the roof excited about that. So this is knit along that has a collaboration between Yarn Experiments, Are You Knitworthy, and also Fiber Co. So
Really, they're just famous, and I'm just here because I like to knit everything, and I knit with their yarn like all the time. I'm just a walking advertisement.
Yeah, well, she's pretty famous. She has a lot of knitting things that she comes up with. I'm very slow at knitting. But anyway, so yeah, so in our Etsy shops, and what am I doing this? Also Fiber Co. and Yarn Experiments, you can find these kits, and we have, 5 kits?
Yeah.
We have Danni's Choice, or that's what I call them. They're also A, B, C, D, E, but we have Sam's Choice. She has a rose gold.
It is really pretty.
It's really, really pretty. It's like a pink, again, like a mauve pink, but with kind of like yellow tint to it.
Yeah.
Gold tint to it. It's really, really good. And Eleanor, and I don't know what else, or turmeric, I think she has in that one.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, Andrea Mowry gave one of her kids as a grand prize for her Harlow Hat knit along, which was very exciting. We'll talk more about that later. But anyways, so there are 5 kits available. You can go in either of our shops, also Fiverr or Yarn Experiments. The knit along starts June 11th and it'll go all the way through
August 31st. So it's a summer knit along.
Right, and we'll make sure you get your yarn probably between 2 or 3 weeks from the day you order it, so that you can participate with us. What are the colors you chose, Danni?
I have Eleanor, which when Sam dyed this up, I wanted it right away. So I had one in my stash, and then when we decided to do this knit along, I immediately grabbed it. So Sam dyed up another one for me. So here is Eleanor.
And that is because you need 2 skeins of the same color for like the base.
Yeah.
And then 2 contrasting colors.
And so then my contrasting colors, this is Western, but I believe in the kits it's actually night.
Yeah, Sam changed it up to a darker blue.
But the night is actually really, really beautiful. If you remember, I used it in my Stella layer, and I was also very, because you know I love blues. So here, I'll try to.
Oh, you know what? I actually have night in a cake.
Oh, perfect.
Because of course we love her yarn. Yeah.
Perfect.
And so that is night. So that is what you will get in the kit.
And then I also, my other contrasting color is Monica's turmeric, which I'm kind of obsessed with. As soon as she dyed it, I like really, like I think that you dyed it and then you came to my house to bring it to Charlotte Yarns, and I was just like walking around with it, and I was like, what can I make with this yarn? And I'm just not like this yellow brownish person, like, or I don't normally gravitate towards this color, but I love it. So here are all mine together. So that was a really, turmeric is like my new favorite thing, and I'm also gonna use it in another project that I have plans for in the fall.
Nice. Yeah, well, so just go check out our shops, and if you decide you want to knit with us, it's going to be fun. We're going to try to have a great price for it, and we'll just talk more about it in the next episodes.
And of course you want to knit with us because it's going to be awesome. Oh my god. Okay.
Well, let's keep talking about Andrea Mowry.
Yes. So this past weekend was just so much fun because
it was so exciting.
It was, and we both actually got to meet her. So she is definitely like my knitting crush BFF person that I pretend like we're like friends in real life, but we're not. I tried to play it really cool.
So she came to Black Mountain.
Yes.
She came to Black Mountain Yarn Shop. We had a plan. She was gonna have, well, she had classes Saturday and Sunday, and there was a meet and greet
on Friday.
So we received the newsletter, and me and Danni said, okay, as soon as the spots for the classes go out, we're gonna sign up for the Sunday class because we have to be together. We have to be there. We gotta take the color confidence class. Yes, yes. We made that deal. The time comes, we're texting each other, we're like, are you ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Do you have your PayPal open?
I was like
refreshing.
I was refreshing my phone like nonstop. It was like the days when I was in high school refreshing for concert tickets when there was Ticketmaster, and like you'd be on the computer refreshing and like trying to get through on the phone, and like both like.
Anyway, so the email comes, I click on it, I click on the link, and I click on the meet and greet, which was not the thing we said we were going to do, but I'm like, doesn't matter. So I hit escape, whatever. I go to the other link for the class. The Sunday class was sold out. I'm like, no. So I click on the Saturday class, sold out. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I clicked on the winter shawl class, and it had, I don't know, probably 2 or 3 spots left. I signed up for it because, I mean, it's Andrea Mowry. It doesn't matter what class you take with her. You know it's going to be awesome. So I just wasn't going to be with Danni. It was my mistake.
But
she got in the
I got in the color confidence class, which was really good, and it was definitely something that I needed to be in. But you learned some stuff, and you were with Sam and Jess in your class.
The librarian.
Yes.
Theo librarian.
The Theo librarian. So I learned a lot. So okay, so one of the things that I learned was that I guess here we can use Sam's yarn here. So she was saying, so it was really cool because she took, what she made us do was she talked all about her color story and how she came about to really love color. And I tend to not wear like a lot of brights. I wear a lot of like grays and navies and more of like a dark, like just kind of simple clothing. And when I was talking to her too, she was like, I sometimes like will look at something and I'll be like, oh, that's really bad for my skin tone, but a lot of times I really don't pay attention. Because it's really like my knits is what kind of brings color into my wardrobe. So I'm not very colorful in my wardrobe. So Andrea was saying she does the same thing. But so it was really cool because she talked about her whole color story and how she learned to embrace color, and she showed her first fading shawl that she did. And
the Find Your Fade?
No, it was another one. She had it hanging up, but it was, I don't know if she talked about it in your class, but she talked about it in our class because it was color. But it was all tonals, and it was all like khaki brown colors. And it was like started off light and then got dark and then it like reversed. I forgot what the name of the shawl was, but she said that was like her first big like playing with color project.
Was it the Om shawl?
I don't remember.
Is it all solids?
Yeah, it's all solids.
And it has like lines of colors and then like a pattern? No?
It's just all like, it's all different shades of brown.
No.
It's like a light khaki and a dark khaki. So
I'm gonna go stalk her.
Yeah.
Her
so
patterns.
She talked about that and how like she would
actually I can stalk her right now.
She would like talk to her sister, like her sister was an interior designer, and she would like FaceTime her sister and she would hold skeins up to her face and she'd be like, how does this look? And so she talked all about how like using the color wheel and everything and how to know how to pair different colors together and how they would look great together. And then and then what she had us do, which was really cool, she just said, okay, like everyone now, we got up and we went, she said, just take like a whole bunch of colors like off the shelves, colors that you like, colors that you kind of like, but you don't know what to do with. She's like, just bring all the colors and we'll just play.
Oh my gosh, that's so much fun.
So, my thing was, like, I tend to pull the same colors over and over again. And also I have trouble pairing my colors. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but like, I especially got very, confused that day because there was, you know, I just felt like I was like under pressure.
Is this it?
No. I'll look, because I mean, like Black Mountain has so much gorgeous yarn, but
were you limited? Like, did she say you can only pick 5? Or
no, she was like, just bring as many as you want.
Wow, man, I would have brought the whole store.
I know, so it was like, but I was getting like really like, I bought one skein which I'll show you guys later. I bought one skein that I wanted to match something with, but I wasn't sure what to match it with, so she helped me match it up. And actually, the color that I picked, she was like, oh, this is the one. Is this the one? That might be it.
It's called Range.
Yeah, I think that might be it. It's all different browns.
Yeah, and she looks very young. Not that she's not young, but she looks way younger than she is right now.
So we had all my yarn. So not only did she move me out of my comfort zone, I must have had like so many different, so I actually bought colors, but so many of my colors were similar that she went around the store and she just started grabbing like a whole bunch of colors around the store to add to what I bought because I just didn't have enough variety. So what I ended up with
Oh, and there was a Magpie fiber
Yeah,
trunk show going on at the same time. Oh my gosh, look at this color.
So, so one of the things that she did.
I wanted to buy this one so bad. I should have not listened to Dawn. I should have just bought it.
So one of the things that she did was, she said with especially with indie dyers, that that not all the color, not all the, like it could be, they don't really have dye lots. And that each skein can be different. It can be the same exact color, but it could have a little bit more of one color in it than another.
Yeah, and this is actually probably from the same pot, and you can see this one has more red than this one.
Yeah. So she said when you're matching colors, and especially doing with a fade, to actually, she called it yarn spaghetti, and to actually take your skeins apart and lay them out. I don't want to like really take it apart because I'll really mess it up because I can never skein myself
I'll
back
skein
up.
it.
Okay.
Let's show the people. Let's just have this. Oh, I see.
So it has like a lot more, and this is.
And then you can actually see what it's in it.
Yeah, and
right?
so this is actually the same exact one, but it has less pink in it.
Oh, so it's the same colorway?
Yeah, it's the same exact colorway. They're both
wow.
called HiLo.
Oh, wow.
So they're the same exact one. So she was saying, like, pull them apart because you could actually use the same colorway in almost like in the same project as a different color because there could be so much variation to it.
Right.
So that's one thing that I definitely learned and I took away with, because that's not something that I would have thought.
Yeah, I don't think anybody really does that. Well, and especially when you buy online, I mean, you can't really do that.
Yeah. So she was like, just spread everything out. So what she did, she definitely, so these are all colors that she bought for me. And this is not at all that I would normally, this is like, I guess like a brown tonal.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Towards pink. Yeah, you would never buy this yourself.
I would never buy this myself.
Now, to be honest with you, I love these three. Like, I'm so in love with this. And actually, I wanted to get this one to pair it with my Carolina colorway. And they were like, no, it don't go. Maybe it doesn't.
So, so here, so this, you can kind of see this is the same colorway, and these are called HiLo. And this is the solo fingering weight, and it's the 100% super merino. Superwash, yeah, superwash merino. So that's that. And this one is, what's this one? This one is 5 points. And this one
goes down.
Yeah, it goes down. I was like staring right at it.
I know the name because I really wanted that one.
Yeah.
I should have just got it.
So this has the same base with these speckles, but it takes away a little bit more from the pink. It has like some black in it, a little bit of blues, some more subtle dark brownish color. Maybe you guys can see. And then this is just like a regular tonal. It's called Stag Bunny. Oh, my contact. Sorry, my contact was just moving. So she laid this all out, and I really liked it. And she said this would be great for a sew faded sweater. Now, I originally had the sew faded on that I was gonna make it, and then I started looking at everyone's sew faded, like on Ravelry, and I ended up was just like, I'm gonna stay away from this because it was such the way everyone was matching up their fades, like it was so hit or miss, and it was like you really had to have the perfect combination to make it look really, to have it flow. And I was just kind of like, I'm just gonna stay away from this, and I actually just took, I'm just not gonna make the sweater. But then Andrea put this together and she said this would be a perfect sew faded sweater. And
right.
And these two are actually going to be, even though they're the same colorway, she said to use them as 2 different colors, like in the thing. So
yeah, I think it's gonna be gorgeous.
So I came home with it, and I actually really, really love it. It's out of my comfort zone, but I think it's really pretty. She told me to start with the more color up to my face to make it,
to go down,
and then to go down to this one.
Oh.
She said to, I know, I thought like the other way too, but she said to make this more of like
contrast to your
like a yoke. She said like more of like a colorful yoke.
Yeah.
And then you go down towards the tonals. So I thought it was like really cool, and she did it with each person in the class, and it was a really small class. There was only, I think, like 9 of us.
That's why I didn't get a spot.
But it was really awesome, and it was really cool because I got to watch everyone else.
Process.
Yeah, everyone else's process and what colors they did, and she like took the skeins apart for everyone, and we looked through it. And so it was cool, like just seeing matching it up, and I ended up also liking some other color combos that I thought I wouldn't have liked before.
But now it opened your mind.
Yeah, it definitely like kind of like expanded, or just even just matching colors that I like with different, just kind of looking at it differently.
Yeah.
So it was really awesome, and she was so sweet, and she was just, I don't know, I just thought she was just really, really cool. She was really down to earth, really friendly with everyone.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
Well, I wanted to get this color too, but I didn't because I spent so much other money, and I said to put it back because I didn't have anything planned for it, but I'm regretting it, and now that I'm seeing it.
Well, I got this because it was the Carolina colorway for the trunk show. I think
so
it's
awesome.
Orange. And they are different, but I try to pick out some that were very similar, because that will be, like, I always get one skein, or a lot of times I get one skein, and this time I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna get something, I'm gonna get 2 of the same, because at least I can do something, or do, you know.
Yeah.
Not obviously a sweater, but like
definitely mash up in a shawl or something, yeah.
And then talking to Andrea, I decided I wanted to do the brioche alicious, which I already have in my queue. I bought that pattern. I had that pattern like from before because I liked it. I haven't got to it, but I think now I have the perfect color for the base, and then I'll just dye some tonals that can go good with this, and I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
It's gonna be awesome.
Well, and I took Andrea's winter honey class, and I loved it. Like the,
oh my god, I love this color.
I told you it was so cool. Yeah, so this color, and it's funny because I wound it by hand. Jess helped me. We were walking down the street winding the yarn. So, okay, I had some Malabrigo Rios that I bought to do the shawl, and then I found La Lana wools, and I was gonna make it with that. I brought it to the girls. The girls said, no, you are crazy, you cannot pair up those crazy colors with Malabrigo. So my idea was just to like knit the Malabrigo for the cables, but when I was talking to my friends on Instagram and just, you know, the ones that were going to the class, they were like, no, what color Brooklyn tweed are you getting? And I said, I don't know. So I went into the website.
So pretty.
And I had chosen, I think, Postcard, Embers, and I don't know which other one I had in mind. And I called Donna, and she said, yeah, we have those. But when I got to the shop, and I was going to do the small one. When I got to the shop, I saw so many awesome Brooklyn tweed colors. Even the ochre, I really, really like it. I think it's called Hay.
Oh, yeah.
But it just doesn't go well with my skin tone. All those ochre colors, I don't think, especially that one, because that one's more towards like a greenish ochre. It has more of a, like a green tone in it. So they all voted for this.
It's beautiful.
And I fell in love with it.
I love this.
And the name of it, where's my, okay, sorry. So then I tried on the Shawl and the shawl, which is the small size and the big size. Of course, I love the big one. Like all my plans that I had made, I'm not gonna buy yarn.
Oh yeah, no, all my plans.
I'm not gonna do the big one. I'm making the big one. Oh, it's homemade jam. And this is Shelter by Brooklyn Tweed.
Oh yeah, I totally went in.
Pretty awesome.
I went in there thinking I was gonna buy yarn for another project.
But this is gonna sound crazy, but I actually wanted to wind them all by hand.
Go for it. I mean, it's not something I would want to do, but go for it.
I mean, it's just super fun to do it.
Okay.
Because you feel the texture.
You do feel the texture of it. And
like you
Shelter is
I fell
really
in love
nice.
with it, yeah, by winding it.
So I actually wasn't even gonna like, this shawl wasn't really even on my radar at all. But now, like, seeing pictures of you guys, like, knitting it up now, it's in my, I want to make it this fall for sure.
Yeah, and so the class teaches you techniques on how to do the cables without needles, which there are some, what do you call it? Video tutorials in YouTube, but nothing like having Andrea teaching you how to make cables. I'm so stubborn and I'm so out of the room. I'm actually embarrassed of this. But I was doing my shawl and I was getting holes like here. And Andrea was like, well, it's just a yarn overs. No, Monica was not doing what she was told to do like she usually does. I was doing the cables. She suggested to do the cable from the back loop. And I was doing it from the front loop because that's how I'm doing them in my Zweig. Because of the tutorial I saw on YouTube, that's how they do it. And having the designer, the teacher, telling me how to do it, I was like, I don't care. I'm just going to do it how I want to do it. Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize to her. She was just laughing. And it's funny, but I was the only continental knitter there that holds the yarn with the left. And she asked, like, who holds the yarn with the left? And you know how I never know which my left or right is, so I'm like, I don't know who does that. And Sam's like, you do it, you are doing it. Oh yeah, I did that way. So it was a fun class. Yeah, so that is one of my whips, and that was my Andrea Mowry encounter. I love her. She's beautiful. She's super nice.
She's so much. She's
humble.
Yeah, she was just really, really great.
Yeah. No wonder she has so many followers and so many fans out there. Like, totally deserved.
I really love the texture of the shawl.
I know, right? And it's really easy because it's worsted, so it really goes fast.
Oh, that's when I made the shame.
You know how many times I've got to this point already?
So I'm sure you like.
I have already did this 3 times, and not because her pattern is hard to follow. Because Monica is a stubborn butt that wants to do her own thing, and has holes. At the 3rd time, I learned. So now I'm doing it the right way. I'm just gonna keep on.
I was also thinking like, oh, I don't really need to make it in Brooklyn Tweed. I was gonna look, but no. This is gonna have to be a Brooklyn Tweed.
I mean, she knows what she's doing.
I mean,
she knows why she's asking you for the yarn. Okay, let's talk about Harlow Hat for a minute, because we are in an Andrea Mowry kick. She suggests to use spin cycle. There you go. Spin cycle yarns. Well, Monica had to go and use single ply because that's what she does. She doesn't follow the rules. And for as much as I love these colors, and I think it's gonna be a good slouchy hat, I think the designer was right when she suggested to use a more structured fiber.
Yeah, so hers was...
Because it holds up better.
Well, I didn't follow directions either. I went to my stash.
I mean, not that you have to use exact brand that they're using, but maybe just like if they're using a super wash, go use a super wash. If they are using a single ply, find a single ply of your choice. If they are using a, I don't know, a yarn, like the lace mohair, maybe, I guess she has reasons for why she picks the fibers she picks, and just
like I think like if you compare her to Stephen West, when we went to Stephen West, like he was all about
Mm-hmm.
color.
Right.
And didn't really matter so much about what yarn. Like he
Right.
was even saying like he's not going to suggest really what brand of yarn, just kind of pick what you love.
Yeah, not even weight.
Yeah, like
he doesn't care. He doesn't care about gauge or anything like that.
But like with Andrea, I think like she just picks. She thinks about like the yarn that would go more with her designs.
Right.
Like how Brooklyn Tweed itself has like a certain texture to it, and then to pair it up with a really great texture project.
Turn it around because it's only pearls. There you go.
It's just so great. I'm gonna have to make another Brooklyn Tweed purchase.
Yeah, just neat up what you have for now, and when you're done, you can put it. You just add it to your list. You don't have to buy the yarn right now.
No, I'm not. But I have plenty of stuff that I have.
Oh, show the little owl.
Oh.
Let's give credit to that's Sugar Tots. She's on Etsy. She's from Canada, and the needles were provided by Sam because Monica forgot her needles. Yeah, so anyways, Harlow Hat. I'm doing the Life Aquatic colorway by La Bien-Aimée. This was a yarn brought by Donna from EYF. And my, what is the other? Tinta from Yarn Experiments.
Okay, so now we have what's in the oven. So, what I have for my first thing, what I have in what's in the oven is that I have my, going along with the Andrea Mowry theme, I have my rose cardigan. So here it is. I actually started it and I had 1.5 panels done, and I ripped it all back because I was making the extra small. And then when I was at Black Mountain for her class, I tried on her exact one, and hers is a small, and I really liked it, so I ripped it all back and I restarted it for a small. So here it is. I am in love with it. It is actually knitting up pretty quickly. I love, 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 love my colors. They're my haul from EYF that was brought back to me by Donna. They are.
I tried the sweater too, and I'm gonna make it. It's just so lovely, and I think that size that she had is great. It goes with a lot of body shapes and body sizes. Because me and you are not the same size, but the same size sweater goes well with both of us.
Yeah, she is saying like in the class that like everyone that tried on that size, like that small, seems to fit so many different people.
Because she's tiny, Andrea. Well, you are tiny too, but like, you know, she's tall and tiny.
Yeah.
You're also tiny, and I think it looked great on both of you.
And one of the things that we did talk about when we were talking about the small versus the extra small, for me, she was saying, because I have a long torso, that like one of the big differences between the small and the extra small was the length and the torso. And so she said like the small would probably be better for me.
Yeah.
She said I could extend the ribbing on the bottom.
But then it won't be the same.
Yeah, but then she said like it's going to gather and not be as loose.
Oh, this is so cool.
So I'm actually doing her same exact colors.
And is reverse stockinette, right?
Yeah. With the cable off the side. And again, this is also a little bit out of my comfort zone, but
I think it's gorgeous.
I absolutely love it. But again, it's that mauve-y pink. And, you know, as the speckles, there's all these different colors in these speckles. This color is called...
This is a light sport.
Dusk.
It's almost like fingering.
Yeah, it's like a little heavy, almost like a heavy fingering. But I think like I have another sport that I made a shawl in a sport for my mom, and it kind of felt like that. I don't know. There's like some blues in here, browns, dark pinks, light pinks. This is like the darkerish color. So this is Can you say it with your pretty accent?
What is the name?
It's one.
La Belle Époque.
No. La Vie en Men.
La Bien-Aimée?
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I thought you were asking the colorway. I don't know what colorway that is.
Oh,
but
no.
this is the La Belle Époque kit, right?
Oh, I don't know. This is, I don't know what kit this is.
Yeah, I think you got the La Belle Époque.
I don't know. So that's what I have. This is like a pretty active whip right now. I'm really loving it, and I really, really, really want to finish it. And it's going pretty quick, even though I just ripped it out and started it again. The other whip that I have going on is the Harlow Hat.
Oh yeah, cool.
And
what are you using?
so I am using, so this is actually really cool. So this is junk yarn, and this is the colorway Lydia, I think it is. It's on my Ravelry page.
That's really nice.
And so it's like a gray base with some pinks, purples, greens, blacks. It's pretty cool. I was unsure what to, I bought this with me to Black Mountain, and I actually picked some Magpie up. I thought maybe this color would be too dark.
You wanted it by hand too?
What?
You wanted it by hand?
It was, I had to.
Is it that yarn?
So there's actually a cake in the middle of this, but the yarn was just like a mess when I was winding it up, so then I had to wind it up myself. So there is a cake underneath all this, a very small one, but there is one there. So it's like a really dark purple, and I picked it off the shelves, and I kind of didn't think it was gonna go great, but and she was like, no, this would absolutely go perfect together. So this is them side by side.
Let me show the hat so
yeah,
I can pull out some stitches.
Yeah.
You're just kidding me. You do it. You're closer.
And I am just like absolutely loving how this is knitting up together. I really love this hat. This is my second hat. So here it is. That's one side. And here's the next, the other side.
So pretty.
So just when we were talking about texture before, so this one definitely has more of a structured,
right.
And I think it's more of a structure part because of this is the fingering solo, which is the 100% superwash merino. So I think it gives it more of a structure to it. This is sock yarn.
Mine is a 100% superwash merino as well. I don't know what's going on then.
I think it's just the way hers feels.
Yeah. It feels more woolly.
Yeah, it feels more woolly. But I made one with her knit along this weekend, and this one was my first one, and this one I made for Jason. Here's one side, and here's his other side.
Jason, also known as a tech
consultant. He didn't want his as floppy, so it's more of a fitted hat. But I think it came out really cool. This was in my stash. This is nice. Plucky yarn. So they're different bases, but both of them have cashmere in it. One is like the Primo fingering, which is the darker green,
so they're both plucky?
Yeah, they're both plucky.
Oh, you got that on the One Hit Wonder?
Yes. This one right here is the One Hit Wonder, and this dark green was in my stash. So it is a little bit more like flimsy and not as like structured, but it feels super nice. It actually fits him pretty perfect. This is the large, and I made myself the adult small, and his is the large.
Nice.
So, and then the last. So this is, I guess, a hoe, because I'm still kind of working on it, but I have one sock done, and this is our all year knit along. They're the Selbu socks.
For the Christmas Christmas all year long knit along.
Yeah. So here's one sock completely done. Monica said it looked big, and it does look big. They fit pretty perfectly.
Yeah, so she has big feet, but just kidding.
It does look big, but it fits really.
Yeah, it's just the fiber keeps its shape.
Yeah.
It's not like the others that go back to and they stretch. This one, that's the way it is, and that's how it's gonna stay.
Yeah, and it also I thought this would be really itchy on my feet, but it's not at all.
Mm.
And I actually ordered this in navy blue to make another Andrea Mowry sock pattern. The honey socks, I think it's called. So you can see there.
That's Tuku wool.
Yeah, it's Tuku wool. And if you can see up close, so here, like this project is my first project learning to do color work with two hands. So my stitches are a lot smoother up top than it is on the bottom on the foot because I got more comfortable knitting with it. So if you can see on the bottom, it's a little bit more, I guess, bubbly.
That's gorgeous.
And the top
is
a little bit smooth. It's a lot smoother. I'm not upset about it. I'm totally fine about it. It was a good learning project. I still love them. I think it'll block out. So I'm really excited to make my next step. And that's really what I have for my active lips.
So what I have in the oven is my Zweig. And I'm very determined to finish it. So I've been...
Because she gets a pin.
Of course. Let me show you the pin I got for my last project. The one that I'm wearing that we'll talk about in a minute. Oopsie. I win this pin. I don't know what I'm gonna get for the Zweig, but...
It's a surprise! You're so close!
I know, right? Like, it's growing, like...
Oh, it's really looking awesome.
I know, I love it. And these are my colors. This is Polo. This is Snoop. And I think I have talked a lot about this sweater. It's, of course, a Caitlyn Hunter design. It's called the Zweig. And yeah, a lot of people are working on it. Oh, my pin is messing up with my yarn. Okay, I'll fix that later. Alright, so that's my first whip. And the only thing I'm knitting it on right now, it's a test knit. As you know or may not know, my knitting hero, all-time favorite, is Joji Locatelli. And she put up a picture of test knitters needed. I guess this was either Thursday or Friday or Saturday.
I never felt your sport, so I'm just
very
squishy.
It's thicker, yeah.
Ooh, I like it.
And so she had it up for she had a call for test knitters, and of course Monica had to say me because who can say no to her?
So seeing this color up close, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but seeing this color up close,
isn't this amazing?
Love it.
I know, right?
Like, I really, really love it.
So this was part of a rose cardigan kit, but when Joji asked for sport, I just grabbed it out of there, and I am
a little this way.
This way?
Yeah.
And I started knitting on it, and it's a summer shirt. Let me show you. She showed it in her journal, so it's not a secret test knit. We can show it on Instagram.
Gosh, there's so many pretty colors in this, guys.
I know, right?
There's like purple and blue, and I guess what would you say the base is? Like a greenish gray?
I call it an old gold color.
Yeah.
Because it's a combination.
I love your sport.
I know, right? It's a combination of like toffee color with a gray, and then I just put some speckles like blue. And so this color was born because I had a colorway called Rosario, and I wanted to go from Rosario to turmeric for my rose cardigan kit, and I needed some in-betweens, and that's an in-between. My mom saw it and she said, this looks like autumn, which is otoño in Spanish, and so that's the name of that colorway. I
love it, and I really love, okay, I'm like obsessing because this is the first time I've seen it, but
yeah,
I love the color,
so
and
this
I love
this is the pattern, It's and she is doing this for Madeline Tosh, and it's only gonna be in Madeline Tosh website. If you want to get the pattern when it comes out, it's not gonna be on Ravelry. But I love it, and it's knitting up fast. I am a very slow knitter, very slow, and I have all this already in what, like a day?
Yeah, it is.
Or 2 days.
So is it 2 pieces and then you seam it together?
Yeah, well, it's very interesting because first you do like a shoulder and you put that like a tiny little part on hold, and then you do the other shoulder and then you join it, and then you do some short rows. And once I get to have 6 inches, which is like here, once you get to the sleeve, then you do the back. I don't know how because I haven't got that part that far out there, and then I guess you're gonna join those together, and then you're gonna go on the round.
Cool.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I can talk that much about the pattern. If not, we'll just delete.
Well, you said it's not a secret, right?
Yeah, but the pattern is not out yet.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I didn't give much detail about it. Well, I mean, really it's not like people can knit it out about it.
Yeah.
Out of what I said.
It's really awesome.
Yeah.
I really love this color. This color's gonna look great on you.
Yeah, I hope so. I really, really like it, and I think it's one of the things I'm gonna be wearing at SAB.
Yeah.
Because I really want to
This sport is awesome.
I'm in love with this base, and I have 2 sport bases. This is one that is 100% superwash merino. It's 100 grams, a 4-ply with 328 yards per skein. And then I have another one that's an 80-20, 80 superwash merino and 20 nylon. I'm not in love with that one, so I think I'm just gonna keep that out and just have one base, which is this one, because it's really, really good.
Yeah, it feels so super nice.
The only thing is that it doesn't have nylon for people that like to knit socks, but I'm not in love with the other one, so yeah, so those are my 2 whips. Did I show my 2 whips? Yeah, I did.
You had your Harlow hat too.
Yeah, but the Harlow I already showed it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. I want to keep on knitting this. Like, I was driving here and I'm like, I could be knitting my test knit, but no, I'm driving.
I know, I always think about that when I was driving too. So, what do you have on the table?
It's like we're going on waves from designer to designer.
Yeah.
So on the table, let me take these out of the way. I finally finished my starting point. And I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but yes, I met Joji Locatelli, and she's like the greatest lady on earth. I went to Savannah to meet her because she was going to a retreat, and she was so super nice to like have time for me to meet her. And she invited me. She was going on dinner with her friends, and she said, "Why don't you come with us?" And I was so stupid. I was like, I think I'm gonna hang out with my husband, but because she was, so they were doing this dinner, and then they were doing a ghost tour. And Megan from Pom Pom magazine was there too, and Sarah, and Melissa. I'm sorry if I'm not saying your name right. And so they were going out for dinner, and then they were going to the ghost tour, and I didn't want to be like a stalker either, so I was like, yeah. And Eric drove me all the way to Savannah, so I thought it was fair.
It's okay to be a stalker. I think we're just like...
I know. Well, I decided to go have dinner with my husband and kid, and then meet her for the ghost tour, which was really fun. She liked my colors. She hauled the shawl, and she loved it. I explained to her what happened with my mistake, but she said it looked beautiful.
Here, I think you might have to hold.
And how about we hold it back here?
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to like give a...
It's really big.
So we'll go from here.
But I love it, and I was really scared to block it because it was gonna grow so much.
Oh, but it's so awesome.
But it's really, really good, yeah.
It's so awesome, and I just love your colors.
It's very fun to make because you're changing colors. And not only are you changing colors, you're changing textures. it's just super fun. So yeah, I'm gonna have this at SAF for people to see and maybe make up some kits for people to knit it because it's fabulous.
It is pretty fabulous.
So this is what's on the table. And yeah, we both have girl crushes. Andrea Mowry and Joji Locatelli.
Don't you have one other thing on the table?
Oh yeah. Okay, so I didn't knit this one, but it is my yarns. So I have a sample knitter, which is not mine, but my friend Susan. She's from Canada and she knits with my yarns, and so that I can display my colorways. And this is Gaga for You. It's a design by Julie Knits in Paris, who is Julie Dubrew or Dupol. I really don't know how to say her name. And I'm using single ply and sock yarn for this, and very bright colors because I think they deserved to be displayed. A lot of people like really bright colors. I don't know if I would wear, like, I don't know if this is something I would knit like to wear just because, you know, it's really, really bright. But once she sent it over, I was like, oh my gosh, I really do like that. Like if I wear it with a plain gray or a plain black shirt.
Yeah. It would give your wardrobe it would give you some color.
Yeah, I love color. And yeah, so this is a very, very beautiful shawl that was made by Susan. She's Knitting Love on Instagram. I will put her down on the show notes so you can see all her beautiful work. And she's funny because her husband Michael models all her knitwear, and then they make calendars. And
they make calendars?
And all the proceeds go to a charity. I just think it's really sweet because, I don't know, he's funny, like the way he models the shawls. And they make calendars, and then they are sold at whatever money they make. They donate it all to a charity. So yeah, I have 2 projects.
Yay! Okay, so I went on a whip kick. So obviously I had like I showed some of my finished stuff already, but I have more. So this I've been like, I knit.
You knit that like in 2 days.
No, I knit this in a week, and I did not knit on anything else pretty much the whole week that I was knitting this. I was really addicted to it, to the color change, to the texture, to the different part. It went so quick. The yarn feels amazing. This is all with Plucky. It's with their snug.
Oh my goodness, yeah, it does feel amazing.
Yeah, it's with their snug worsted. And this is the Shanklet, right? Did I say it right?
Yeah, Schlanket by Minna Phillip.
Yeah, if you can see.
Maybe let's hold it back so they can see.
Yeah. I don't remember my colorways, but they're all on my Ravelry page. I've been really trying to keep up with it.
This is so good, Danni. I love it.
So,
it feels so good. I love it.
I know. I really love it. So,
does it have cashmere in it?
Yeah, it has cashmere in it.
That's why.
I do. I do have a hat in mind that I would like to buy this base again to make in the fall. So in the fall I'll probably purchase.
And this color is so good.
Yeah, this is like a great color, but it also reminds me of your Mexico City.
Yeah, this is a little bit more on the pastels.
Yeah, the pastels. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really pretty.
And then I finally, this was on the needles forever. This is my boxy. It is blocked.
And it looks huge, but when she puts it on, it looks really good.
I did the fingering weight version of it. First of all, it took me like forever to get through the first 16 inches. And then
It's just like a blanket.
Yeah, it's just like, I don't know if you can see, but it's really easy. I really, really love how it fits. I mean, I don't know, I really love,
really nice.
I really love this sweater. I think it has some cat hair on it. This is with Miss Babs, and it's pewter. It blocked really nicely. It feels really soft and comfy. It is, I think this is, it's a lot of stockinette in the round. It's just
boring.
It's just boring, but
the results are good.
Yes, the result is good.
Do you do short rows here?
Just in the shaping? Well, here, like, there was the only short rows was well, there's something I didn't tie in there. I didn't. It was a little bit here on the neck and the back and here. Yeah. But that was it. The rest was just in the round, just knit. And then you separate for the sleeves, and then you knit some more.
Oh my goodness.
And then
that's a labor of love.
Yeah, and then it was, but then like once you got like up here and you were doing the short rows into the sleeves, and this part, like it flew.
Can you make this sleeve longer?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you wanted to, you would just expand.
I have something with how do you call this? We call it 3/4 in Mexico.
3/4 length sleeves.
Oh yeah, 3/4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3/4.
Yeah.
For some reason, I can't have something here because it feels weird. I'm not used to it, and I'm always trying to pull them down.
Yeah.
So if I ever make this, it would be all the way to here.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to do with the way it looks. It just has to do with my head and how I would be pulling on them.
So I did for the neck and also for the sleeves here, I cast it off or bound off with a bigger needle.
Bigger or smaller?
A bigger. So it would be a little bit looser.
Oh, I see.
So it wouldn't be so tight.
Okay.
But I'm really super happy with it. This was like always in the car with me, like a lot of times, like I would knit it in the car.
Man, but you've knitted a lot of things already, like.
So, but I went on the whip kick and I really just tried to like focus to finish on this. Because at first I was like, oh, I'm going to finish the rose cardigan so that I could have it when I met Andrea Mowry. But I was like, but I knew like if I just didn't focus on this and finish it, I was never going to finish it.
It's amazing.
Because then I was just going to get distracted by other stuff.
I just think it's like a good basic piece for your wardrobe.
Right. Know? Just like, you're going out to the store, just throw it on. Yeah. That was one of the reasons why I wanted.
And I think that shirt that I'm doing right now
is gonna be one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I like the way you think.
So that's all I have for what's on the table. Okay, so now we have what are you craving? So I am craving, this is definitely the year of the sweaters for me.
I think it is the year of the garments for me.
Yeah. So I am currently craving, I guess like short sleeve sweaters, or lighter sweaters, even though this isn't very light because it's wool, but it is short sleeves.
And it has a huge neck.
Huge neck. So this is Quincy & Co. This is their Lark base, and it's peacock. And this is going to be the May sweater from Andrea Mowry.
Of course.
Yep.
Who else?
So this is just something that I'm hoping to have to wear in the fall. Maybe like a really cool summer night if that exists in South Carolina.
No, we can go up to Black Mountain and enjoy a cool night. Why not?
Exactly. So this is, I'm craving this, and I am craving.
Can we just say that was totally Jess?
Yeah, this is totally Jess's fault.
Thank you. Thank you. we need to give credit to who deserves it.
Yeah. So she was making it so hers is actually finished because she made it to wear when she saw Andrea Mowry, and Jess again is the Theo Librarian, and I saw the sweater and I was like, oh yeah, I kind of like that. And then she said she was making it, and then I looked at it again. And then I was like, okay, now I really need to make this.
And then I saw it, and of course I had to follow in the same rabbit hole. And I picked, should I show what I picked for it? So we both picked the same base. The same brand of yarn is Quinsco. But my color is dogwood.
It's very pretty.
I told you guys I'm falling in this pink. I don't know. I just think that it looks good on me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna look really awesome. So
we're both making the May. And, so Jess was wearing it, and the neckline goes really low and it's really open. Well, not that. Also, she made it in cotton, so that was. Well, it was cotton and alpaca and something else.
Yeah.
So that was pulling it down more than it should, and it was opening more than it should. So I think I'm gonna go for the S, like the small size.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Andrea said that you can put an I-cord, like, on the, if it opens too much. And that's what she recommended to Jess, that she can put an I-cord from here to here. So that it holds it up.
Okay.
And other designers are coming up with that. I don't know if you saw the new Pom Pom magazine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's a blouse in there that has that
I-cord.
Right.
There was a girl in my class that was actually wearing the May, and she was wearing her May in a similar color of the turmeric. It was really, really pretty. Hers was a really great fit for her. Mm-hmm. And I think it was more of like a sturdier yarn than like the cotton or the alpaca, because it fit her really well. And it didn't look like it was falling, but I was definitely eyeing her sweater, because obviously I was ready to make it. So
yeah, and I think it's gonna go fast because it's a heavier weight.
Yes, and it's on 11 needles. So which for me I think is gonna be great because I've been knitting. I need something to go fast. So I'm starting to learn about myself. Well, lately I think because this winter, I knitted a lot with fingering. Besides that, we did the Glam Lamb, which was the bulky.
Right. That one went fast.
Yeah,
like for me to finish a project, because it's going really fast.
And actually, my shanklet, it went really fast because it was on 8s, and it was worsted weight, and I was knitting so much fingering that it was just like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever. So I think after finishing my rose cardigan and then starting this is gonna be. It's gonna be like a fun, like instant gratification project. Yeah. And then my second thing that I'm craving, which is also kind of going along with the summery type of sweater or fall sweater, and that I can also wear at SAF, is that I'm gonna do that. I just have to say it like this because I feel like I have to say it like Monica. So I'm gonna do the Tegna. And I'm actually going to do it in one of her new colorways.
I didn't bring it, but it's Buenos Aires. I think I sold out of it.
Yeah, so she's actually going to dye it up for me in her single. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And which I normally don't usually go for single, but I think for wanting something a little bit on the lighter side, Monica suggested it, and I agree with her. So
I'm doing my Tegna in the fingering. Single from.
I feel like I really need to like squint my eyes when I say it, like Tegna.
Tegna.
So I'm really excited about that. So it really, I guess all I ever really knit sweaters is Andrea Mowry and Hoki and Caitlyn Hunter.
Yeah. So I'm craving for the May, and I am craving for the Quiet Stars by Hoki. So how about we move along to desserts, so I can show what I got for desserts. So I got this book by Joji Locatelli and Vera Valamaki. And she signed it for me. You can't see it because it's on the pebbles. But The Quiet Stars is this kimono type cardigan. And let me see where she has it. I passed it. Yes. So this is it. And Dynamite Trujillo from Squirrel Pie Productions is also making hers. I think she chose a pink color. I'm not sure. But I just fell in the spirit of choosing a similar color to what Hockey was the day of my trunk show. I was eyeing this color. It's awesome. Like a red, orange, bright Madeline Tosh single ply merino. I think it's gonna be great.
And this is, what's the colorway?
Neon red.
Oh yeah. It's gonna look awesome.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm happy about that. What is my other... Oh, and I got some pins. I think... Oh, no, wait. Before the pins, I need to show this. So, that day of the trunk show, I met Little Miss Stitch, which is a new dyer, or she just opened her Etsy shop.
Cool.
And she had a live update like 3 or 4 last week or during Memorial Day weekend, and I had to go grab something.
I love her logo.
Yeah.
With the
yarn balls in her hair.
Yeah.
And she actually looks like that because her hair is purple. And she sent me a stitch marker, which is like a unicorn horn. So go check it out. Show her some love. I think she has some pretty good colors. Very bright. Very. Is peppy a word? Like.
Yeah.
Like happy, peppy.
Yeah, peppy.
Yeah. It's really cute. So I think this is gonna make a really cute hat. And the colorway
I like her
name
bag.
is Confetti Cake. Yeah, that's. So this is what you get on the mail. Just for that, I guess you're happy, right?
Yeah.
You open up your mailbox and you're like, yay! Unicorns and rainbows, stars and moons. So yeah, it's all great. Also, I have on desserts. So I ordered some pins some time ago, and they never came. And I contact the pin designer. Her name is Pinbot. And she was, oh no, I'm so sad. I need to, I'll send you new ones. And I know it wasn't her fault because when you buy something on Etsy and you get a notification that it has been shipped out and you get like the notification from the post office, they just were stock.
And this one was mine because...
Yeah, I got that one for Danni.
Because my friend is the best ever.
Yeah, so I was going
Rainbow
to
Bright.
North Carolina and I was like, do you like Care Bears or Rainbow Bright? And she's like, I like Rainbow Bright. Why? So I needed to know what pin to get her. And so anyway, so I contacted the shop owner and she was like, I'll just send you new ones. So she did, and I told her, okay, if I ever get them, I will I'll send them back to you. And she's like, no, please keep them. So now I have a pair. Like I have this.
It goes perfect on that bag.
I know, right? I have, and then finally, like yesterday, 3 days ago, I don't know, I received this package in the mail with a bunch of car oil. It's like something fell down or something broke, and it was just a mess. And they sent it with a I'm sorry kind of note, apologizing for the mistake and that they found it, so they sent it to me. And so I now have, oopsie, I have new pins.
I can't stop playing with her honey shawl because I'm obsessed with it.
Oh, sorry, here it is. Oh, and my last dessert, which I am very super excited about. I finally got my very own pin, and this is for Danni. Yeah! And how about we do a giveaway?
Yeah.
So, do you want to do it on YouTube or our Ravelry group?
It's probably easier to do in our Ravelry group.
Okay, well, we're going to open up a thread. We're going to have it open probably for...
A week, I would say.
A week?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, you're the boss.
I'm not the boss, we're the boss, but a week is just not enough time for people to watch the podcast and go into it.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll just have it open there for a little while, and I'm gonna stick one for the winner. Just how about we ask them?
Cute.
What should we ask them? Oh, I know. What is your favorite Yarn Experiments colorway?
Oh, yeah.
So you can go on my website. I have a bunch of colorways. It's www.yarnexperiments.com, or you can go to my Etsy shop, or you can go to my Instagram. I think the best way to find them is either on my Instagram or my website, and just look at all my colorways and tell me which one you like the best, and that way I can pick a winner from the Ravelry thread.
God, they're so awesome. Thank you!
You are welcome. So I guess that's it for me.
Well, here's my first dessert, my first yarn experiment. I have to figure out what bag I'm going to put this on. I'm so excited.
Can you believe I haven't put mine in any bag?
I know.
I need to do it.
I don't want you to lose that needle. So that's really exciting. So sticking with the pins, I got this cool pin. It kind of turns. It says just, I'll show you up close, but it says just one more, and then you spin it, and it says row, cup, episode, cookie, or nap. So there you go, and you just spin it, and it could tell you what you want.
And that's cute.
So I thought that was like the cutest pin ever. So I got
the cutest pin ever.
Well, obviously the cutest pin ever.
I'm just kidding.
I'm so excited. Okay, and then I'm not really a Star Trek fan, but my husband is, and so he knows how much I love pins. So he wanted me to have some pins so that I can put on my bag for that so I would have a reminder of him. So he bought me a set of Star Trek, and actually he put this one on my bag, the ship.
Enterprise.
Yeah, the Enterprise. It was like it was in our kitchen, and all of a sudden he was like messing with my bag, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And he was putting the pin on there.
So all of those are for you?
Yeah. So all of these are for me.
I think she needs to share those.
So I don't know if I can give them away. Jason might be upset.
Okay.
So I got those, and that's super exciting. And then I also got, when we were at Black Mountain for a local yarn store day, I got some Brooklyn tweed and shelter in Old World, and it took me forever to figure out what color I wanted to make my weekender in. Again, Andrea Mowry. So I finally picked it out, and it's really cool. It's like a purpley navy color with some light
red specks.
Yeah, red specks and like maybe like a light blue in there. So this is gonna be for my weekender. I'm probably not gonna start it till the fall. But I saw Andrea Mowry's weekender with her, and it was really cool. She said it was one of her favorite sweaters to wear, and she said it feels like a sweatshirt.
Yeah.
She actually said, which kind of like stinks, which I didn't really like think about it, is that she doesn't really get to wear her sweaters that much because they need to look nice for her shows, like when she comes and she travels. So she said she actually, and she doesn't really have time to make 2 of everything.
No, because she's designing and knitting
and
designing and knitting.
So, but she said she actually made 2 of her weekender because she just loves it so much. So she has another one, and she said she was actually making, and I was talking about the rose cardigan with her. She said she was making another one, but she was doing it with a string of mohair with it. So she said that she could wear one rose cardigan and then have the other one on display, and like they won't get so much wear.
Right.
She said the shawls she can wear a lot more because they don't.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal if they like wear as much, I guess. But So anyway, so that was...
oh, she has so many shawls that...
Yeah, she has so many of them. So that was really cool. And then just my last dessert, which if you're fringe bag obsessed, like we are,
no.
I haven't tried it yet, but it's the soap to clean it.
Savon de Marseille.
Oh, you say it's so nice. So actually, Cassie, it has like...
Did Cassie chew on it?
Yeah,
already?
Cassie chewed on it.
Cassie's her dog.
Yeah, so it has a real... And even Chino...
Smell it.
Chino will go up against it and he'll rub his face on it. It has like a
so
really...
your pets are obsessed with it?
Yeah, it has like a really strong smell to it.
I can't smell it. It's not a good smell, is it?
It's... No, I mean, it's not like...
Oh, I know what that is. My grandma used to have that. It's olive oil soap.
Yeah, it's olive oil soap. So I guess maybe they like the olive oil. I don't know.
All right, I know what that is. I know how to get it.
So I got mine on Amazon.
So, okay, my grandma was obsessed with olive oil soap. Everything. Like, if you had a stain of something in your clothes, if you... I think she even washed her hair with it. Like, I promise. Like, everything... She would say, just use some of this olive oil soap in here and it'll go away. And it's like magic. It did go away with it. So if you ever get a stain on any clothing, and it was like for her... If she had something delicate, that she... No. I just washed it with olive soap. Don't put anything else on it.
That's, yeah. Well, that's good.
Yeah, so
that's good to know. I mean, because this is a gigantic thing of soap.
But my grandma did use water. Because I know for the French bags, they just rub it against it. Is that what
so I have to watch the video again. So, the...
Aimee.
Yeah, Aimee from... sorry, my throat is dry. From I can't even say it.
La Bien-Aimée.
Yes. She has a video on her Instagram. It's one of her featured stories. And so she has it shown how to use it on the bag. Sorry, my throat is killing. It's really dry. So a bunch of my bags, like I have some schmeckle on my blue bag. It's actually hiding from my pins right now. I have some on my plaid bag.
And you just rub it. Well,
yeah.
You watch the tutorial.
So I have to watch it again to see exactly how to do it. But I'm pretty excited about this. So I'll let you guys know.
Where you get it?
I got it on Amazon.
All right.
I just searched the name on Amazon and it came up.
Well, that's not your last dessert. This is your last dessert.
Oh.
Remember I got you that in Mexico?
You know, I was looking for it and I
I never gave it to you. Like, I showed it to you in an Insta Live story, I think.
Yeah, and I was actually looking for it recently and I was like...
This is stupid.
And I was like, oh my god, did I lose it? And then I was like afraid to say anything to you because I thought I lost it.
I don't think you ever got it.
Yeah.
Or did you?
I don't think so because I couldn't find it anywhere.
Yeah, no, I don't think, because I saw it like today and I'm like, did I ever give it to her? Or did I just told her I was going to give it to her?
I think you just told me that you were going to give it to me.
Yeah, well, there it is. And you can cut like the strings that are off.
Yay, I'm excited. Yeah, I was looking for this the other day. I don't remember exactly why because like it popped in my head and I wanted to like hang it from somewhere.
Yeah, so this is made by artisans in Oaxaca, which is state in Mexico, and it's all hand embroidered, and they use this thread also to do embroidery, like in these shirts that have all this embroidered designs on them. And they just came up with those, and people or ladies in Mexico are using them to put them in their bags. Like you see these women wearing their Coach bags or their Louis Vuitton, and they just hang them from there. And also totes or, I don't know. I thought it was cute.
It's awesome.
Yeah. There you go. All the gifts.
No, I have nothing for you.
Oh well.
I think that's it.
This was a long episode.
It was a long episode. So thank you for sticking with us, guys. I know we took a little bit of while to get out this last episode, schedules and everything. But we've been loving seeing you on our live knit nights and
on Instagram.
Yep. And thanks for sticking with us.
Please like and subscribe.
Yes. We are You Knitworthy on Instagram, and in our on Ravelry, we have our Instagram group, Are You Knitworthy? So please join. It has all our information about our knit-alongs and our YALs. And I'm Danni Knits on Instagram and Danni Knits 23 on Ravelry.
And I'm Yarn Experiments all over the internet, Instagram, Ravelry. It was very nice to see you all again. I hope you had fun watching us.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.